Hey everyone, thank you for joining me tonight. Again, my name is Sahira Anaisa Fenice, and this is my show, A Little Hint of Magic. It airs every first and third Fridays of the month on the Magickal Witchy channel at 7 p.m. Eastern. Please tune in. For those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, again, my name is Sahira Anaisa Fenice, and I'm a Yagi Nganga Mayombe, a licensed New York State Reverend, a high priestess of the Wiccan Family Temple, a certified aromatherapist, and an herb and essential oil mixologist. So I serve folks in whatever capacity they need me to, but typically I serve as a reverend, high priestess, and educator to all those looking to expand their minds and their worlds. So tonight's topic, we're going to be discussing house cleansings 101. So we're going to be discussing what is a house cleansing, when should we perform a house cleansing and how often, and also simple techniques for house cleansings. So I'll try to answer all relevant questions at the end if there's enough time, but I invite all of you to message me, to DM me on IG for any topic requests or any questions that you might have. You can reach me at A Little Hint of Magic. That's ALILHINTOFMAGICK. Magic with a CK at the end. So let's get to it. What is a house cleansing? So house cleansing is the process of removing and releasing negative energy from your home, whether it be a standalone house, whether it be an attached property, an apartment, or even just a single room. It also works to remove energy that's old, stale, stagnant, energy that no longer is beneficial to you. So when should we perform a house cleansing and how often? House cleansings, similar to your individual spiritual cleansings, should be conducted on a routine basis. And it should also be a part of your spiritual hygiene regimen. Please, and I say this again, please don't think that this is something that you do when things go wrong. Sometimes it's a little too late by that time. This is a proactive step in protecting yourself, your property, and those you live with, including your pets. Also, if you're planning on conducting house protection work, this is a crucial primary step. You should always do your house cleansings first. Think about it this way. If you're conducting protection work for your home and those who reside in it, without first removing that negative energy, you end up protecting the negative and harmful energy and sealing it into your home. That is something you do not want to do. So again, house cleansing first, house protection work second. So let's get to the simple techniques. So before anything, regardless of the technique you employ, your first step is always to crack open your windows. I know that sounds kind of crazy because it could be like, depending on where you live, it could be really cold and, you have the heat on and you don't want your energy to release. It's okay. It's just going to be a little crack. That's all you need. And the purpose of this is so that the negative or unwanted energy that you're actually trying to cleanse out of your residence can leave your home as you're cleansing it, right? What's the point in trying to remove negative energies if they have no place to go, right? So they're literally just rebounding everywhere, bouncing off of your walls, bouncing off your windows, your doors, and worst case scenario, you amp up this negativity so much that it makes matters worse. We don't want to go there. So crack your windows open just a little bit, and you just have to keep them open until your cleansing is complete, and then you can shut them. No big deal. So let's get into the techniques. First one, and one of my most favorite and easiest really, is using Florida water or floral waters. Typically what I do is, and y'all always see me, if you're not, if this is more than, if you've tuned in to my previous episodes, you know that I love my little spray bottles of Florida water where I just cleanse. And what's great about that is I can shout out all those little ickies using my Florida water or my floral water sprays. Really simple, really easy. There's nothing to it. As a matter of fact, have a little portable spray bottle that you can pour your Florida water into your floral waters and carry it with you. So whenever you feel like something's not right, spray, sweet, all gone. So holy water cleansings. So what you do is you take a small white bowl. It can even be like a teacup. You don't need very much of it. You put a little bit of holy water into the bowl. You place your pointer finger, index finger, right, and your middle finger into the bowl, and you stir counterclockwise into it. So you have your fingers in the water, you're stirring counterclockwise while you're stating your intentions. This is remove energies that no longer serve you, remove, banish negative energies, get out, whatever it is, just make sure that you speak to the holy water so that it knows what its intention is. And then with the same pointer and middle fingers, you draw sigils or protective symbols on your windows, walls, doors of each room, right? Including hallways and bathrooms. Just make sure you please start from the space furthest away from your entrance and lead up to your front door, right? The symbol needs to be something that you truly believe is protective. There are no rules on which symbol is right or not. Use whatever you feel most comfortable with. Some examples are a witch's pentacle, right? The Christian cross, an archangel sigil, or even a sigil that you yourself create. And we'll get into sigil creation in a later episode, but that's really a fun topic to talk about because that's where you can get really creative with your magics, right? Another thing that I like to let you know about is the holy water, right? When you obtain, purchase, whatever it is, holy water, make sure you get it from a church or from another credible source. So we all love our local botanicas, right? And I'm more than happy to go into Botanica and purchase holy water if I know the owner and the reputation of that botanica is good, because then you know it's a credible source. The last thing you want to do is pay for tap water and use it like holy water. We don't want to do that. You can also create your own holy water, and that'll be in the next class coming up. So definitely stay tuned for our next episode where we'll talk more about that. So another technique you can use is salting. Please know, if you don't know, salt is powerful, right? We kind of know that. A lot of folks talk about it. I'm testifying and I'm letting you know it is very true. But why is it so powerful, right? Salt is believed to have purifying and protective qualities that aid the body and the spirit in healing, right? It cleanses us physically and energetically. It removes what no longer serves us, right? The use of salt as protection for one's home has been a long, long practice. So to ward off evil and negative energy, many place salt at the entrance of the home, like at the threshold. I do that. Definitely do that. I also recommend tracing lightly the inside perimeter of your home. So if you have a standalone home, an apartment, even a room, you can do that very easily. Just the inside perimeter, right? So you get all the four corners of your living area, right? If your property is a standalone home, even better, you can actually trace a salt circle on the outside perimeter, creating that magical protective space. Another thing I like to tell you is, please, when you use salt, don't use iodized salt, please. It's been chemically infused and you just don't know what those chemicals are. The best salt to get is sea salt. Sea salt, it's easy. Sea salt. You can even get kosher salt also. I like sea salt. Himalayan, sea salt is great also. It tends to be a little expensive, but you definitely can get that as well. Now, the next one is smudging and incense. One thing I like to tell you, when choosing a fumigation tool and incense, like anything to do with smoke, usually we call it fumigation. We're fumigating, right? So when choosing a fumigation tool, please make sure you know what particular herbs are in that fumigation tool and what those herbs are good for and what types of energies they remove. Let me explain to you why. So for example, let's take Palo Santo. Palo Santo only removes negative energy, doesn't remove positive energy, doesn't reset you to zero. It just gets rid of the negativity so you only have positive energy. Sage, on the other hand, removes all energies, both good and bad. And there are instances when you can use either one of these and they will make better sense. Be aware of what you're using, understand the intention of every herb that you put in there. There are different types of smudges, there are different types of incense blends that you can use. Make sure you know how to use these tools properly and what these tools eliminate or bring into your life, right? Because some bring stuff in, right? Make sure of what you're doing. Research, research, research. Also, make sure that the plant materials used in these materials, that they are ethically sourced, because over harvesting is a huge concern, right? And so many wonderful plants are coming quickly to the point of extinction because either we really don't know and a lot of folks really don't care. They're just selling. So please be mindful. Please take care of this earth. Next is bells and wind chimes. So the sounds of bells and wind chimes, they invoke peace and joy. Negative energies are repelled by anything inspiring a peaceful and joyful feeling. Working and have this be a constant action with no work, so make your lives easy. Put a little wind chime at the entrance of your home, right? It just hangs there. You don't have to do anything with it. It's just going to shake every time the wind blows, every time there's a breeze. You hear those beautiful chimes ringing. They spread good energy, which again creates a protective boundary to repel negative energies right at your threshold. Isn't that beautiful, right? So if someone is coming in with a bad intention, let's say, and you want to make sure that that stuff doesn't enter your home, wind chimes, they help. Next is sound. And as we all probably know, because we've heard it so many times, sound has healing properties. Music, especially ambient instrumental music, can disperse negative vibes with the right sound frequencies, with the right sound waves, right? So to make things easier, play music or sounds that inspire joy in you, right? Anything that makes you happy, right? If it's Christmas carols in the middle of the summer, then do it if that makes you happy. Again, that feeling that's inspired when you hear the music will naturally repel negative energies. Another method you can use is lighting a vanilla scented candle. This is super easy. Simply lighting a vanilla scented candle can help you cleanse your home. Vanilla is believed to repel negative energy. For extra oomph, recite your petition for cleansing and protection right after you light that candle. I love lighting a vanilla scented candle also when I do protective work with angels. We'll discuss that topic in a later episode, but that is a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. Next method, laughter. One of the most fun and healthiest ways to dispel what no longer serves us, laughter. I read in an article on laughter in the Economic Times that laughter is the highest spiritual path. It is the royal route to enlightenment. It is the easiest and most powerful way of connecting with the boundless energy of existence. I thought that was beautiful. And it is so very true. Think about it. The closer we are to the divine, when we unite with Source, we become spiritually strong because we're connected. Negativity only affects us when we're separated, when we allow the outside, society, and our own insecurities to weaken us. Remember that. So after your house cleansing ritual is completed, you may close all your windows. So that's the time to close windows. I also recommend that you take a cleansing bath before you conduct the house cleansing, and then again after the cleansing is completed. You want to make sure that you're physically and spiritually cleansed of any impurities, negative energies, and interference before you start conducting the house cleansing. Once done with the house cleansing ritual, you should also cleanse yourself again to remove any negative energies that may have been attached to your person during this process. For some tips on personal energetic cleansings, please watch my previous show episodes, specifically the one on September 1st and the 15th, where we talk about spiritual hygiene, right? Once the house cleansing is completed and you've taken your cleansing bath, it is important that you do intention work to gain something. For example, if you need a new job, a career move, if you're looking for healthier relationships, etc. The house cleansing work, in essence, created a hole or a need to fill the space that the negative energy resided in. To create balance, we must replace what was removed with something, and something preferably something we desire, something we want. So, thank you for your time, everyone. As we come to the end of our time together this week, I want to make sure that you can connect with me to ask any questions, share any info, or even suggest future topics. Your input is so necessary. I want to hear from all of you. Please follow and DM me at A Little Hint of Magick, Magick with a CK at the end. Thank you for your time and looking forward to seeing everyone October 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Have a wonderful weekend and blessed be. Thank you again.